The snow is falling again in northwest Indiana just in time for a hazardous evening commute. Good evening, I'm Kristen Estes. Thank you for choosing Lakeshore News at 6. Matt Wintz has been keeping tabs on the weather, and he's also been battling the forces of nature. He will be joining us a little bit later on in the broadcast with the very latest on the weather situation. A local elderly man is dead and police want to know why. The Gary Police Department says a 75-year-old man was murdered in the Greenbrier Apartments in Gary during the weekend. Hillary Powell shows how neighbors who knew the man are remembering him as more than a victim.
Neighbors tell it 75-year-old Zan Davenport Jr., a Greenbrier Apartments resident, was well known and well liked.
He was a wonderful person, wonderful neighbor. And I wish everybody had a Mr. Davenport as their neighbor.
Gary police say that Saturday, the elderly man died brutally in a homicide. Gary Police Department says officers found Davenport dead of blunt force trauma inside his apartment at the 100 block of 53rd Street in Gary.
Me, my brother and I, we used to pass by his apartment and say, "How you doing, Mr. San?"
Wayman lived across the hall from Davenport and says people look out for each other in the building. Police say that Davenport's body was discovered Saturday after neighbors tried to contact him because his vehicle was blocking snowplows. The streets near 53rd and Broadway are busy with shoppers and residents walking, and one passerby says he thinks anyone in the neighborhood can be a target for crime.
My cousin, he's been living here for a while. I know he had someone break out all his windows in his car, and then they also told me that some lady said she got robbed at gunpoint a couple of times, and another person said they had some damages done to their car. So it's not bad, but it's also not good.
Corporal Gabrielle King confirms there was no sign of forced entry and there are currently no suspects. Wayman says now is the time to remember her neighbor as a victor and not a victim.
This man, he was a stroke survivor. We're always looking for a hero in this world. But we have heroes, our everyday senior citizens and neighbors, they're heroes too.
As police continue their investigation, Wayman says she'll continue to honor Davenport's memory. In Gary, Hillary Powell, Lakeshore News.